Candice. Got my little side bang going on or whatever. No, welcome to episode 2 of Candidly Candice. I'm going to talk to you guys about what I learned about myself in this 1 week that I had to work full-time for myself. I wrote a list so I don't forget anything. All right, let's go. Morning routine is the first on the list. So the good thing about working for yourself is you get to schedule your own time. Part about working for yourself is you get to schedule your own time. No, time management is huge, especially for when you're working for yourself, because you don't have you're the gatekeeper of your time, and it becomes that much more precious. My morning routine, I try to wake up, make my coffee, write down my goals for the day, say a prayer, maybe write something that I'm thankful for. Trying not to check email right away, because when it comes to time management, it's like your email is kind of sucking up part of your time. Everything is trying to get your attention, right? Social media is trying to get your attention. Your email is trying to get your attention. So the night before, I like to look at my calendar and see what I have going on, so that day one when I wake up, I'm not just going straight to emails. I can kind of do my own thing for a little bit and then check my emails at a certain time. And I think even Tim Ferriss in the 4-Hour Work Week, I never finished the book, but I read a part where he said he only has 2 times a day, or maybe even 1 time a day, that he checks all his emails, and he doesn't respond to his emails only at a certain time. So I'm trying to get to that point where I'm not checking my phone notifications or checking my email every time I get a new message, and just checking my email at a certain time out of the day. Networking events this week, and it was great. I got to meet some new people, maybe some potential clients, set up some coffee dates. Even when you're going to networking events, that's still taking away time from you doing actual work. So you have to be careful about scheduling too many events, too many coffee dates, because again, everybody is grabbing your attention, and then you have to still have time where you're focusing. I was listening to a podcast, I think it was Penelope Trunk, and she said that whether you're working for somebody else or whether you're working for yourself, we all have 8 hours in a day where we have to work. Some people even more hours. And so when you're working for yourself, it's not that you're saying, okay, I don't want to be adult anymore and I don't have to work. You're just choosing what you want to do, how you want to schedule those 8 hours, instead of somebody else choosing to decide what you're doing in those 8 hours for them. Now you're just choosing what you're going to do in those 8 hours for yourself. Schedule my networking events and my coffee dates on the same day, because like I said, when you're out of these events, it's taking away time from you actually sitting down and doing the work. But to go to networking events or even coffee dates, it's I have to wake up in the morning, right? Obviously I have to wake up in the morning, but I have to wake up, I have to get dressed, I have to take the train there. I have to sit down for an hour or so, chat with them or talk to different people. And then I have to get back on the train. So all that maybe takes up maybe 2 or 3 hours out of my day. And now instead of me having 8 hours to work, now I only have 5. Really being selective and protecting your time and protecting your focus and making sure that you're still getting your goals done, even though you're out there networking and meeting new people. Okay, back to my note list. I have a quote from a book that my mom got me last week. It says, if you're saying yes to this, what are you saying no to? I'm going to read that again. If you're saying yes to this, what are you saying no to? So it could be hard to say no to things sometimes, but you have to say no if the opportunity that's presented to you doesn't benefit you in the long run, or it's just not aligned in with your goals and what you're trying to do in your life right now. And I know it can be tough because we all want to seem like nice people. Sometimes you can't say yes to every opportunity, because again, your time is precious, and what you're saying yes to this might mean that you're saying no to all these other things that you already have on your plate, and you don't want to overwhelm yourself. What I want to talk to you guys about is just being intentional with your goals. We all have goals that we want to achieve, but just really thinking about everything that you're doing to help you reach your goals. And especially when it comes to social media, I know it's easy for social media to look like you're progressing and you're growing, but there's certain actions that you have to take. You even have to be intentional about your social media posts. And Dominique Brown, he's my fake mentor. I always say he's my mentor in my head. He's not really my mentor, but I've learned so much from him. In his latest Instagram post, he's on Instagram at Your Finances Simplified. If you're not following him, be sure to follow him. So he said, likes, shares, and comments do not equal sales. I'm going to say that again. Likes, shares, and comments do not equal sales. And I think that's just such an important thing to remember, because it's so easy to get caught up in the hype. Oh, I got to write a blog post. Oh, I got to post to Instagram. Oh, I got to post to Twitter. Oh, I got to post to Pinterest. It's what are your goals for this month? How much did you say you wanted to make this month? And how is this Instagram post going to help you reach your goal? How is this Facebook post going to help you reach your goal? What are your end goals here for the month? Working backwards that way. And I know social media is important, but you also need to figure out how are you going to reach your goals. If you have any money goals for the month, maybe you don't have any money goals, maybe you just love social media. If so, hey, post away, comment away, like away. But if you do have goals, money goals, especially that you're trying to reach, you must be intentional even with your social media posts. Listening to a podcast from Myleek, and she said that when she's deciding which goals she wants to do, she always does the goals first that bring her the most money. So what goals to do the things that pay you the most. And Myleek said this, and this is such a great quote. So says, always stay focused on what pays your bills. I'm gonna say this again. You always have to stay focused on what pays your bills. And it's just so easy to get caught up in the social media hype and how many followers you have. I saw somebody's Insta story like a few months ago, and this guy, I mean, he's a super handsome man. Yes, Lord, some men with beards. Super handsome. Maybe he has like 200,000 followers, and yet he was on the Insta story complaining that he didn't have enough money to buy a plane ticket to go back home. And I'm just like thinking to myself, like, how can you have 200,000 followers, yet you're not really taking advantage of them? I just didn't understand. He was like, yeah, I'm working on this book, but I haven't finished it. I'm like, you need to get on your grind. You need to not be on Insta story complaining and find a way to do something with your 200,000 followers. Create a course, create something so that you can start monetizing your platform. Also says the goal that pays the most should get your most attention, because once you get that goal out the way, and this is the goal that's paying the most of your bills, then it frees up more time in your life, more times that you can do other things that you really love to do, like make YouTube videos. I mean, YouTube probably isn't my YouTube doesn't pay me a ton of money. I'm not rolling in the dough with the ads here. YouTube is kind of a low priority list, but after I get all of my other goals accomplished, so I kind of save a slice of my time for Sundays for YouTube, because like I said, I love talking to you guys. I love doing videos, and I'm hoping that you found this video helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed episode 2. I'm still here living. I'm still here figuring out, working, hustling. I'm still here trying to be debt free in 2017. So I am down to $9,720, I believe. I paid $350 on it since the last time you spoke to me. I'm still determined to reach that goal. And even though I'm not putting a ton of money towards my debt, it's slowly going down. That's because I'm still relying heavily on my savings. I don't want to pull money into my savings towards my debt right now until I get some stable ground, figuring out what's going on in my life, till I get some concrete details mapped down before I go all in on my debt. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with me. If you're looking for more money tips and more inspiration, be sure to head over to youngyetwise.com. This is Marie, and as always, be wise, stay humble, and keep building. I'll see you guys later.